Hello YouTube, thanks for tuning in. I kept putting off making this video, so I thought I had better do it now before tonight's episode of Game of Thrones comes on, and then it's of no point anymore. Lately I've been speculating with my friends that this season they spent a lot of time focusing on Dany. I mean, they focused on a lot of the main characters, but they've really focused on Dany's character development and how she's changed from the beginning of this season to the end, where she was kind of a bit of a dick and headstrong, to now she's softened a bit when talking to Jon, and she really got to a point where Tyrion got through to her about having to be different to break the wheel. You can't do the same things that your predecessors did. And he brought up succession. This is a bit of a peculiar thing to bring up, seeing as how, at the moment, Dany doesn't have a suitor. So why then would they bring this up? Well, Tyrion's logic was that, well, she keeps putting herself in harm's way and she doesn't have a rightful successor. So one of the reasons that they would bring up line of succession is to prepare us, for the viewers, in the back of our mind, that something big is going to happen. Now, another vlogger, more popular than me, John Campia, thinks that this means that Dany's going to die today, in tonight's episode. I don't believe that's going to happen. They've never killed off a main character in the final episode. It's always in the second to last episode, and then they leave you with that last episode to really kind of calm down and collect and set this tone for the next season. Except that, I guess that in fairness, next season is the last season, so they might well kill somebody important off today in this episode. Now, it could make sense that they would kill Dany off, in the sense that by making her more important, more essential figure this season, more so than usual, it's getting us ready to pull the rug carpet out from under us. One of the classic writing ideas is to make somebody really important, make you empathize for them, make them start to look like they're getting everything that they ever wanted, and then to take it away from them, so that the impact of that person's loss impacts the reader or the viewer all the more. Now, I'm of a mind that this will happen, that they will either kill off Dany, or alternatively, I think it's possible that Dany might get pregnant with Jon, because she doesn't believe she can get pregnant. So to keep reminding us that she can't have an heir would be a way to shock us when she announces to Jon that she's with child. Dany becoming pregnant and then being separated in the end of the series would be hugely tragic and yet somehow satisfying. It would be bittersweet. And I have my suspicions that on their way back from the north down, that Dany and Jon, they're going to get it on. They've more than pointed at us that the two of them like one another, and neither of them knows that they're related, and as far as Targaryens go, they never really cared much about that anyway. So, if anyone's going to die tonight, although I'm saying it could be Dany, I don't think that's going to happen this season. I think it'll happen next. Who I do think is going to die tonight is Cersei. I think that bitch going to go down. I think that Jon and Dany are going to come down and speak reasonably, and she's going to go crazy and be like, you know, this is not, it's a fairy tale, blah, blah, blah. I think Jaime's going to empathize with Dany and with Jon and realize that the bigger issue is the White Walkers, is the army of the dead. And because Cersei won't stand to reason and she's going to put Westeros in danger, Jaime is going to Mad King her. He's going to kill her because he knows that it's what's best for the country and not what's best for himself. Jaime will end up killing her Mad King style because her actions are for herself and not for the country, and he knows that this is going to be, the army of the dead is way bigger than any of them. So anyways, what are your thoughts on this theory? Who do you think is going to die in the upcoming season? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.